everyone, today I would like to talk about listening skills. Before discussing about listening skills, I would like to talk a little about communication skills because listening is also a part of communication. As we all know, communication is the process of exchanging facts, ideas, opinions or emotions by two or more people. Communication is a very important part of our life. Basically, communication can be divided into two types, verbal and non-verbal. When we use word and communicate, that is known as verbal communication. When we talk to someone, when we exchange information, that means we are talking or we are exchanging information verbally, because we are using words. When we write and communicate, we are using words. That is why written communication is also known as verbal communication. Next is non-verbal communication. So, when we communicate with the help of body posture, different gestures, eye contact or facial expressions, and we don't use words, that is known as non-verbal communication. When we communicate orally, both verbal and non-verbal communication takes place at the same time, because we can see each other, because we can hear one another. So, that is why both verbal communication and non-verbal communication takes place at the same time when we talk to someone, when we sit in front of someone and talk to that person. Now, let us discuss about the components of communication or the elements of communication. So, generally there are 7 elements in the process of communication. So, the first is the speaker or the sender. The one who speaks or sends the message is the first element of the process of communication. The next is the message. Then the third element is encoding. So, encoding is the process of converting the thoughts into words or actions. The fourth element is the channel. The channel can be a letter, an email, the telephone. So, that's what channel is. The fifth element is the listener or the receiver, the one who listens to the speaker or the one who receives the message. The sixth element is decoding. Decoding means to understand the meaning of the message. The seventh element is the feedback or the response. Now, I am going to discuss about listening. So, listening is a very important part of effective communication. The listener is also a very important part of the communication, just like the speaker. The speaker is the one who expresses his thoughts, who expresses his feelings, his emotions. But if there is no listener, if there is no one to listen to his information or his thoughts or his feelings, then the communication won't take place. So, that is why listening is a very important part of effective communication. If the listener does not listen to the speaker properly, then effective communication won't take place. There are 3 types of listeners as well: active listener, reflective listener and selective listener. So, active listener is a listener who listens to the speaker carefully. That means he actively takes part in the communication process. Next is reflective listener. A reflective listener is the one who listens to the conversation, who listens to the speaker properly and also interacts with the speaker, also asks questions, or maybe also provides his own feedback as well. The third category is selective listeners. So, selective listeners are the one who do not listen to the speaker properly and listen to only 50% or 40% or 60% of what the speaker has tried to convey.